Hey guys, what's going on? B-Man 2009 AU here. I did actually do a Summerslam review, beforehand, after I just watched Summerslam live, but it didn't upload properly, but that's alright, I'll just do my Summerslam review now. SummerSlam, definitely a great pay-per-view, man. Lots of good matches, lots of good surprises, and wow, the main event. What a controversial ending to a pay-per-view, but I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, the first match we started off with was The Miz, Alberto Del Rio and R-Truth versus Kofi Kingston, Rey Mysterio and John Morrison in an impromptu six-man tag team match. All in all, not a bad match. Lots of good spots being done, and John Morrison obviously showing that he's back 100% and doing well. Rey Mysterio obviously put in this match, as he is apparently does have an injury, but we'll get into that. I'll get into that after the Raw review tomorrow. Rey Mysterio wins the match for his team after a 619 and a frog splash to R-Truth. Great representation for Eddie there. I'd assume it was for Eddie because you don't normally see Rey Mysterio do a frog splash these days, just a body splash. But anyways, okay, and then we see we see a backstage segment with CM Punk and Stephanie McMahon, who you have not seen on TV in ages. CM Punk's really doing good work, man. I really like it. Then we came to the second match of the night, which was Sheamus versus Mark Henry. Actually, this one I actually pulled for Sheamus. I thought Sheamus would win it, but different ending than you really see in any pay-per-view matches. Mark Henry put Sheamus through the barricade at ringside, and this causing Sheamus to get counted out. And yeah, but Sheamus was getting a lot of cheers during that match, and obviously his face turns going well. And Mark Henry is definitely going places with this heel turn. And then go backstage segment with Christian saying he's got an insurance policy for tonight. I pretty much found this one predictable, and I knew who it was straight off the bat, but I didn't predict what was going to happen, but I'll get into that in a second. WWE Divas title match. This one wasn't actually too bad. The WWE did an alright job at promoting the Divas in this one. Divas got some good backwards and forwards action going. Kelly wins obviously with a roll up, and got away with the victory. And but I don't think this is going to be the end of it. I think Natalya or Beth will have another shot at the women's title. Then we had Daniel Bryan versus Wade Barrett. Now, for a SummerSlam match, with two up and rising stars, this was definitely not bad. Daniel Bryan proving that he is one of the best wrestlers out there, and Wade Barrett showing he's not a slouch himself. Great spots, and definitely at the ending was a beautiful spot done. Clothesline off the second rope from Wade Barrett to Daniel Bryan, which then set up for Wade Barrett to hit Wasteland on Daniel Bryan, which Wade Barrett won the match. Then we had the first of our world title matches in the World Heavyweight title. Christian comes out and says he's got his insurance policy, and it's Edge. That one was the predictable part. I knew Edge was going to do something with it tonight. Edge comes out, but then here's the part that threw me off. Edge pretty much turns on Christian and says, "Mate, it's like you're a pansy or pretty much a pussy," stuff like that, and does a really good face promo here. Then turns his back on Christian, calls him a little bitch, and then walked off. And then Orton comes out, and this was really good. I liked it. Lots of good brawling and good moments. Randy Orton, Randy Orton got cut on his arm, on his hand. Randy was bleeding all over the place, man. But definitely a great match. Thing that everyone's probably going to be pissed off about is the fact that Randy Orton's the new World Heavyweight Champion. But let's think about this for a second. It will go into Night of Champions, and then possibly to the Cell pay-per-view, and the Cell pay-per-view will most likely be where this feud ends. So before everyone freaks out, just remember that they've just put on one great match. So imagine what Night of Champions and the Cell pay-per-view will be like. Alright. Then you got Triple H and Stephanie talking backstage, and yeah. Okay, and then we come to our main event, which was WWE Champion versus WWE Champion, CM Punk versus John Cena. This lived up to the hype, okay? But I am a bit pissed off, and I'll get into that in a second. But lots of good spots done here. I mean, CM Punk and Cena, brilliantly done. John Cena, actually, everyone talks about the 5 moves of doom and stuff with Cena. Cena pulled out probably one of the best drop kicks I've seen in ages, and that was, I'll even go as far as say that was a hardcore Holly style drop kick, brother, and that was good. But yeah, Triple H actually called the line right down the middle, and I was surprised about that. And like all of you, I was sitting here wondering, when's he gonna turn on one of these guys? Is he gonna pedigree one of them? But no, that never happened. Didn't pedigree Punk, didn't pedigree Cena. And then he walked off, and I thought, this is not how SummerSlam is going to end. Surely there has to be a twist or something happening for this main event. I mean, John Cena's foot was obviously on the ropes. CM Punk pins him, and then Triple H counts 1, 2, 3. Cena's pissed. Cena walks to the back, but then Triple H raises Punk's hand, and then Triple H walks off. Here's the twist! Oh my goodness! I fucking loved it. Kevin Nash, big sexy Kevin Nash, is behind Punk. Punk turns around, gets a kick, and then gets a jackknife powerbomb for his troubles. Triple H is standing on the ramp like, what the fuck? He chases Nash. Nash goes through the crowd. Triple H is wondering why Nash is there. And then Alberto Del Rio comes out, and Alberto Del Rio hits Punk with a Shining Wizard, I think, or a kick to the head, and pins Punk 1, 2, 3. New WWE Champion. So that's the part I'm pissed off about, because that sort of made the Undisputed Championship match point and mute. Like, really nothing, really no point to it. But it does leave so many opportunities in the air. I mean, we know Rey Mysterio is versing Alberto Del Rio on Raw, but where does this leave Cena? Where does this leave Punk? And where does Kevin Nash come into the picture? Will there be a Triple H versus Kevin Nash? Kevin Nash versus Cena? Nash versus Punk? Punk versus Del Rio? Cena versus Del Rio? Etc, etc, etc. It can go on. But yeah, I give SummerSlam 8 out of 10. The only 2 things that I had a problem with was the like performances. I just didn't really like them that much, I'm being quite honest. But other than that, 8 out of 10. Great pay-per-view, and you know the drill, guys. Like it, dislike it, and comment. Tell me what you guys think. Did you like the fact that Kevin Nash returned? And what do you think about my theories about the whole rivalries, like Nash, Cena, Nash, Punk, and all that stuff? And I'll get back to you when I can. Alright, cheers guys, bye.